Good afternoon, Orange County. I'm Heather Bellmeyer, the Acting President and CEO for the Orange County Chamber of Commerce. I'm so excited to welcome today our member, Karen Gig, the founder and owner of Koala Professional Services, which specializes in providing virtual administrative services. Welcome, Karen.
Hi, thanks for having me, Heather. It's good to be here.
Excited to host you.
Thank
I
you.
have to tell everybody that at the Chamber, we don't have an administrative professional right now. And before we even get into your Meet the Member, I want to thank you. Karen has been working behind the scenes, offering her talent as a volunteer to help us with a lot of administrative tasks that we've had lately. And we are just so appreciative of her being such a valued member and her dedication to helping us be successful. So thank you, Karen.
Oh, you're so welcome. I've enjoyed it. You guys have been really great to work with. So yeah.
Okay. Well, tell us, like what's the history? What made you decide to be your own boss? And I have to say, I love the business model. Having been a
Thank you.
professional for most of my career, before I went into management 15 years ago, I am very, very impressed.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Well, I'm originally from Nashville, and I've only been in the Hudson Valley area almost a year now. So I was an empty nester. I've only ever lived in the Nashville area, and I thought, I want to do something different. It's a whole new chapter of my life, and, I want to go somewhere else. And I didn't want to go where I didn't know anybody at all. And my brother and sister-in-law have been in the area for 6 or 7 years. And so I thought, I'll come be near them. So that's what brought me here.
Beginning of a pandemic.
Well, I didn't know that at the time when I started planning. So yeah, so it took a year in the planning to get finances in order and figure out what I wanted to do. I was working for a university in Nashville as a program manager, and working part-time at home, part-time in the office. And I told them that I wanted to do more at home. And, they were like, okay, you can do some at home, whatever you can do at home, that's fine. And then the pandemic hit, and I thought, oh, now I'm full-time at home. Oh, maybe I can just move up there and just continue what I'm doing. Well, they want someone in the office when everything opens back up. So that wasn't going to work. But I did have a side hustle of a bookkeeping for an architect in Nashville that I've done for 20 years. He's a family friend. And he was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't want to replace you, because he's thinking of retiring, and he just didn't want to have to deal with bringing someone else on. And I'm like, well, let's see how it'll work, virtually. And I was like, okay. So for the first few months, I was still in Nashville, but I would do everything virtually instead of going into his office. And it worked well. And so he was like, okay, I think we can do this. And so, I came up here and I thought, I can transfer these kind of administrative and organizational and planning and program management skills to something that I can do for myself for other people. And so, I could be in control, which I kind of like. So I love being in control of my time. And so I could assist other, community members, entrepreneurs, small, medium-sized businesses, to help them. And so I did a lot of soul searching, and I kind of drilled it down to one personal truth that I have. I want to create an environment in my world that leads to a better quality of life for myself, obviously, and also for my clients and then their clients, whether they're actual clients or employees or their customers, whatever. So that's kind of my philosophy, is just making sure that I can help build that quality of life for others as well as myself. Yeah.
So it's a great journey, and it really speaks to the experience that you have. And you kind of touched on some of the services that Koala Professional Services offers, but let's drill down a little bit. So what does that mean? Let's just say, for example, I like the best example that I like to use when you and I are talking was a contractor just hanging out his shingle, construction guy, and he's like, all of a sudden his business just explodes, and he's like, I can't manage, sending out quotes and invoices and proposals. I don't know whether I'm supposed to be in Pine Bush tomorrow or Newburgh the next day, or maybe I'm supposed to be all over the county. So you would pretty much come in and like organize him and keep his calendar and send out the invoicing. And tell us about that. Like, what is that?
So and that's my goal, is to help small and medium-sized businesses that may need some help, but maybe don't need a full-time person. And so they may need a little bit of help, whether it is getting organized with their files, their emails, their calendar. So I do all of that, but I also do, maybe they might need a PowerPoint presentation. So I can do that. I can do online surveys, fillable forms, database management. And then to get into more like specialized services, I also do like live event planning, social media management, branding development, payroll, and
What about like travel planning? Do you do that?
travel planning. That's one of my favorite things to do. I love to, look at new places and try to figure out what would be fun to visit. So if I haven't been there, I love to dig down. So that, and benefits and HR administration to make sure everyone stays compliant for when they do
Sure.
need employees. So those are kind
What
of
about
all in there.
payroll? Do you work on payroll as well?
Yes, that is actually a new service that I'm providing. I've just recently become certified as a people advisory person, so I'm pretty proud of that. So
wonderful.
yeah.
Well, the thing that I think COVID taught all of us is we don't necessarily have to be in our offices to be successful. So I think your model is just phenomenal, and it's very timely. It's right here with the times and what it's calling for. So now you're new to the area and start a new business, and it's all pretty much during a pandemic. And we at the Chamber, like I said, love working with you.
Thank you.
How have you made connections since joining the Chamber?
Well, actually, one of my the very first local client that I got here was through a referral from you. So thank you. And it's been great.
Know that.
Yeah, it was great. She was my first local client. We started working together last December. We've added services. We've pivoted on some of the services that I provide for her. We've reduced some. It just depends on her needs. So, I try to be flexible because businesses are, you never know what's going on. So that one, so she's a great connection. Another great connection that I have found is through the virtual speed networking. Found a great nonprofit opportunity to do a little bit of volunteering, which I'm hoping to be able to increase as, summer goes on, and I kind of enjoy that. So that's what I'm hoping for. And then I've also got a couple of upcoming meetings from your referrals that we're going to talk about maybe partnering together or hosting some social events with the Small Business Network, co-hosting kind of thing. So those are a couple of little things that I've got irons in the fire, and we'll see what happens. But I'm so excited. I got to tell you, I think joining the Chamber for me is one of the best decisions I made for my business, and also for me, because as being a newbie in the area, I don't know when I stop being a newbie. Is it at a year? I don't know. So I'm almost there. If that's the case, I'm almost there. But it's just
you're
nice.
part of the area too. So you're kind of like a newbie to here, but then you can become well versed in here, but then become a newbie to there. So yeah,
right, absolutely. So it's been an incredible experience. Working with you guys has been great. So I really, really love being in this area. I can't see myself moving back. Sorry, Nash.
Thank you for your positivity and your energy. It really is so very much appreciated, and you're kind of I can tackle anything attitude. So I would highly recommend you. I do highly recommend you to everybody that I run into that asks me for referrals in the administrative arena. Is there anything else you want to share? Like, how can people get in touch with you? I know Joanna's given us a great run down the center of the screen right now.
Yeah, so you can see the trailer on the screen, and then so just Karen at koalaprofessionalservices.com. So you can get me there, or my website is koalaprofessionalservices.com.
Wonderful. And I know last week you had an ad in our email. So if anybody missed that, in the Wednesday member supporting members email, there was an ad from Karen, and there is an exclusive Chamber member offer there that will also be in our new member and our returning members deals. So go ahead and grab that and check out Karen at Koala Professional Services. Thanks so much for joining us today, Karen.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And I look forward to continue working with you.
We do too. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you to all of our members and, our corporate partners and our board of directors and our ambassadors. We're really excited to continue to help grow businesses throughout the Hudson Valley. We appreciate the dedication and commitment to the mission of the Chamber. You can check out our schedule of events at orangeny.com. Please join us as we introduce you to more of our members that we are so honored to be able to support their businesses. And as we host virtual speed networking, live ribbon cuttings with networking, and our small business network masterclasses. Please join us for more. Thank you so much.